Since October 2023, Israel has been busy fighting Iran's proxies, Hamas in Gaza, Hezbollah in Lebanon, and the Houthis from Yemen. But this is not that war. This time it's not an armed group in a border strip, but a state that is nuclear-capable, missile-loaded, ideologically entrenched. Israel is learning in real time that Iran is no Hamas. Israel's Operation Rising Lion, hundreds of strikes deep into Iran, hitting nuclear sites and assassinating top commanders. The hope was to cripple Iran's nuclear program, break its military chain of command. But what followed was not a collapse, but a counterstrike. In under 48 hours, Iran fired nearly 300 missiles and drones, including its most advanced models, into Israeli cities like Tel Aviv, Haifa, Beitar, Tikva. The retaliation came with a message that said, "We are not Gaza, we hit back." The IDF's biggest shock was that Iran's command didn't crumble. Top IRGC officials were killed, but Iran's military doctrine, especially inside the Revolutionary Guard, is designed exactly for this. Survive decapitation, regroup, strike back. Within days, Iran resumed missile launches, coordinated counterattacks, and even announced a new method to confuse and overwhelm Israel's air defenses. Israel's F-35s, Mossad sabotage ops, and elite pilots have done damage. They have reportedly neutralized a third of Iran's missile launchers and taken out chunks of its radar and S-300 air defense grid. But the pertinent question here is, are air dominance and air supremacy the same? Iran is huge, mountainous, and its nuclear facilities are buried under reinforced rock inside a mountain. Even with US's help, bunker busting those sites is hard. Without it, it may be nearly impossible. The kill ratio of the Iron Dome and Arrow has dropped as Iran mixes ballistic missiles, drone, cruise weapons, all launched in coordinated salvos. There's a reason regime change in Iran is a fantasy. This is a regime that survived a brutal 8-year war with Saddam's Iraq. Decades of US and EU sanctions, cyber attacks, assassinations, sabotage, internal protests. And yet its military, nuclear scientists, and proxies just keep growing. Even now, Iran is threatening to quit the Nuclear Non-Proliferation Treaty and debating whether to close the Strait of Hormuz, which would choke 20% of global oil. Unlike Hamas or Hezbollah, Iran has satellites, cruise missiles, hypersonic-capable warheads, a cyber army, a global oil card, the capacity to endure strategic bombing without political collapse. Even Hezbollah has gone quiet. Hamas has been all but dismantled in Gaza, but Tehran is still standing and still striking. Even US President Donald Trump admitted that Israel may have overreached, reportedly vetoing an Israeli plot to assassinate Ayatollah. Every Israeli airstrike, every Iron Dome missile, every guided bomb, most are US supplied. But when it comes to the one thing that can break Fordo, the massive ordnance penetrator, Israel doesn't have it. Only US B-2 bombers can deliver that payload. And for now, Trump has kept them out of this fight. Iran isn't looking to win overnight, but is playing for survival and leverage. It's already made clear, if Israel stops, we stop. But until then, the strategy is to bleed Israel slowly, signal strength, and wait for the US to intervene diplomatically. Fireworks strikes, drone swarms, missiles that slip past the Iron Dome, and the threat of escalation, closing Hormuz, dragging in the Gulf, or hitting US assets. That's not something Hamas ever had the capacity to do.